Hello students, in my previous video I have given you the introduction for the syllabus as per Anichinma University. Here in this syllabus you have 5 chapters: company final accounts, valuation of goodwill, valuation of shares, bank accounts and liquidation of companies. So today we will begin with the first chapter, final accounts of companies. Okay, now final accounts you have studied in your PUC first year, second year as well. Okay, what new thing here you are going to learn is the old schedule 6th of Companies Act 1956 is replaced by revised schedule 6th. Okay, meaning earlier you used to prepare your final accounts in the horizontal form, but now you have to make it in the vertical form. Okay, horizontal form means how you used to divide your book into two parts, in the debit side and the credit side, but here it's not like that. You have to prepare it in the same side. Okay, then so as per revised schedule 6 of the Companies Act 1956, this old schedule is replaced. Okay, and you have to prepare your final accounts. Final accounts means now which are the accounts that you have to prepare? You have to prepare the statement of assets and liabilities. Now what is that assets and liabilities? It is a balance sheet. Okay, and the statement of profit and loss. Okay, profit and loss account, you have to prepare it in the vertical form. Understood? Okay, so let's begin with the balance sheet first. For today's class I will introduce you to the format of balance sheet. Okay, so you have to write in the same format. First let me clear what is balance sheet. So what is balance sheet? Balance sheet is a statement of financial position. Okay, we always say that a balance sheet is a statement which shows the true position of the business as on that date. Okay, as on that date means we write there balance sheet as on that date. Okay, so on that particular date, balance sheet of a company shows the financial position of that particular company. Okay, and what are the things we record there? We record assets, liabilities, capital, okay, reserves, etc. Understood? So let's see now in this new format what are the things we are going to record. Okay, so it begins like with schedule 6th part 1. Okay, remember in part 1 you are going to write the form of balance sheet, and in part 2 you are going to write your profit and loss account. Okay, then the name of the company, then you have to write the balance sheet as on date 31st March 2020 2021 etc. Okay, then you have here 4 columns: particulars, note, this note is for the working notes. Okay, then amount and total. Okay, so let's start. First you have in Roman number 1 equity and liabilities. Okay, now in equity and liabilities, first one you have shareholders fund. Okay, so who are shareholders? Shareholders are the people who invest in your company. Okay, so what is first one there? Share capital. Now in share capital you may record your equity share, or you may record the preference share. Okay, then you have to make a working note of this kind, like what is the authorized capital, what is issued, subscribed and paid up capital. Okay, if there are any unpaid calls, you have to less them, add the forfeited shares. All these working notes should be made. The net amount what you get should be recorded in your balance sheet in this working note number 1. Understood? Next comes the reserves and surplus. What are reserves? Reserve is a part of profit of a company which a company keeps it for future use. Okay, general reserve, capital reserve, okay, such things. Then surplus. Surplus means what? The company's profit. Okay, that comes in surplus. Then next, money received against share warrants. Now what is the share warrants? Share warrants are issued by listed companies, okay, to the promoters or any other people for as a proof. Okay, these share warrants are given or issued as a proof that they have received money, and in future those people will be given share certificates. Understood? So whenever you receive money against such share warrants, it is to be recorded under this C. Okay, next comes share application money pending allotment. Now you know when you issue shares, a company has to issue shares in certain steps. Okay, application, allotment, first call, second call, final call, etc. Okay, so when you receive money as share application, but yet you have not allotted the shares, so such money should be kept under this 2 share application money pending allotment under work note 4, and you have to write it here. Okay, Next comes non-current liabilities. In non-current liabilities, what are those? Non-current liabilities means those liabilities which you are not going to pay within 1 year. Understanding, which you have to pay after 1 year. Okay, so such liabilities are recorded under non-current liabilities, like long-term borrowings, deferred tax liabilities. Now what is this deferred tax liabilities? Understand the meaning of deferred tax first. See now, what is tax? The money you pay on your income to the government. Okay, now see, you calculate one income in your books. Okay, the tax authority will also calculate one income. Okay, now if this income differs, the income calculated by you and the income calculated by the tax authority differs. Okay, so the tax paid by you also may differ. Okay, if now the tax paid by you is more than the tax paid by the So if the tax paid by you to the government is more than the tax paid by tax calculated by the tax authority, that time it is called as asset. Understanding? So it is deferred tax asset, which will come under the asset side. But if the tax paid by you is less, understanding, it is less than the tax calculated by the government, that time it becomes a liability for you, and it is recorded under this working note number 6. Then other long-term liabilities, long-term provisions. Okay, next is current liabilities. What are current liabilities? Current liabilities are those liabilities which you have to pay within the period of 1 year. Okay, within 12 months you have to pay those liabilities. So which are those? Short-term borrowings. Okay, maybe the borrowings from your friend or the government, banks, etc. Trade payables. Under trade payables, what you write? Sundry creditors, bills payable. Okay, other current liabilities. Then short-term provisions like outstanding salary, provisions for bad debts, etc. Okay, so all these things are having particular working notes. You have to write them as per the working notes, and this will make the total of your total equity and liabilities. Means it is the total of liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, next comes your asset side. Okay, asset side begins with the working note number 13. Remember that. In asset side, it is again divided into two types: non-current assets and current assets. Okay, in non-current assets means those assets which you are going to use for a long-term purpose. Okay, long time, more than 1 year. So such assets are classified under non-current assets. Okay, first one is fixed assets. Now in fixed asset, they have again divided into tangible assets. Tangible assets means what? Those assets which we can touch, which we can see. Okay, building, machinery. Intangible assets which we can't see, which we can't touch, like copyrights, patents, goodwill. Okay, then capital work in progress, any work in progress of your company. Okay, intangible assets under development. Okay, the intangible assets which are under development, which are not fully developed. Okay, which you are procuring, like you are procuring patents. Okay, we are procuring copyrights, etc. Then non-current investments which are for more than 1 year are non-current investments. Deferred tax assets. Remember I told you, okay, if the tax paid by you to the government is more than the tax calculated by the government, that time it is asset for you. Okay, so it comes under here, non-current assets, deferred tax assets. Okay, then long-term loans and advances. If you have given loans or advances to your customer, okay, and it is for more than 1 year, it is called long term. Okay, non-current assets, other non-current assets. Then current assets. In current assets means such assets which can be converted into cash within a few less time. Okay, or within 1 year you can convert your assets into cash, which is having high rate of liquidity. Such assets are called as current assets. Okay, current investments means the investment which would get matured within 1 year. Inventories means stocks. Trade receivable means your bills receivable or your debtors. Cash and cash equivalents includes your cash in hand, cash at bank, etc. Short-term loans and advances, which are receivable within a time of 1 year. Other current assets. Okay, so these all assets will make the total of assets. Okay, and this is your asset side. Understood? Here the balance sheet has to tally as the total of equity and liabilities and the total of assets should be same, and then you can be sure that your balance sheet is tallied. Okay, along with this, compulsory you have to make the notes for the accounts. Okay, like see here, you have share capital note number 1. You have to make the note number 1 here, share capital, and make the necessary working notes here. For example, for assets also, see here, you have fixed assets here, working note number 13. You have to make working notes now. Here it is, working note number 13, tangible fixed assets. What are the tangible fixed assets you're having in the business? Make the total of it, okay, and this total should be recorded in your balance sheet. Okay, so hope you understood the balance sheet format. In the next class, we will take one problem from of the balance sheet, and I'll make you more understand about the balance sheet. Thank you.